Good morning, students. In the previous lecture of hydrocarbon, we discussed about the electrophilic substitution reactions, right? And after that, we discussed about the mechanism of electrophilic substitution reaction. In this lecture, we are going to complete the rest of the chapter, and in the next lecture, we will start exercise. So, let's start. First, addition reaction. Okay, we discussed that addition reactions for benzene are difficult, right? But under vigorous conditions, in the sense at a high temperature, at a high pressure, in the presence of nickel catalyst, hydrogenation of benzene gives cyclohexane. Means all the three pi bonds will be broken, and instead of that, empty bond will be satisfied by hydrogen, right? It will give us cyclohexane. Remember that under the vigorous condition. Also, we can do chlorination. Under ultraviolet light, three chlorine molecules add to the benzene to produce benzene hexachloride C6H6Cl6, which is also known as a gammaxane. Remember that. So, benzene will be losing its 3 pi bond, and every single carbon will get one more chlorine. Remember it is benzene hexachloride BHC, whereas in the last lecture hexachlorobenzene has molecular formula C6H6 and it has pi bond available in it, whereas these do not have any pi bonds. Okay, it is a addition reaction, that was substitution reaction. After that, a combustion of a benzene. Okay, so combustion of a benzene is a very simple reaction. Let's do this. We know a common combustion reaction for every single hydrocarbons, right? So C6H6 plus O2. I am giving some space to write the moles of the O2 after. So, total 6 number of carbons are there, that's why 6 CO2 will be formed, and total 6 hydrogens are there, that's why half number of water will be formed, so 3 H2O. Now, moles of the O2. So, total number of oxygen 6 into 2, 12, 12 plus 3, 15. So, total 15 by 2 O2 will be required. Why 15 by 2? Because O2 is there. So, 2 will be cancelled, total 15 oxygens will be there. And a common formula for all the hydrocarbons for the combustion, we have already done it. Still, revise it. X number of carbons are there, that's why X CO2 plus Y number of hydrogens are there, that's why Y by 2 H2O. Okay. Now, as you can see, carbon dioxide has 2 oxygen as well as O2 also have 2 oxygen. That is why if X carbon dioxide is formed, it must use X mole of O2. Okay. Now, about H2O oxygen. In the H2O there is a 1 oxygen and in O2 there is 2 oxygen. That means 1 O2 can form 2 oxygen. That is why the amount of oxygen is formed by half of the O2. So, Y by 2 will be halved. It will be Y by 4. So, total X plus Y by 4 O2 will be required to form Y by 2 H2O and X CO2. That was the combustion reaction. When heated in the air, benzene burns with a sooty flame, producing carbon dioxide and water. General combustion reaction for any hydrocarbon may be given by the following reaction: CXHY plus XY plus Y by 4 O2 gives XCO2 plus Y by 2 H2O. Okay. Last topic of the chapter, directive influence at a functional group in monosubstituted benzene. Okay. Before we start that topic, let me tell you guys, it is very important for us to identify the positions in the monosubstituted benzene. Okay. So suppose this is our benzene and I am going to rotate it up to 90 degree. Okay. Now let's draw the pi bonds. First pi bond, then second pi bond, after that third pi bond. Okay. Now you can see that it is monosubstituted, right? That's why first carbon will be substituted by Z. Okay. First carbon is substituted by Z. Let me give a number to every single carbon. This will be my first carbon. After that, this is called second position. This is also a second position if you number from here. This is called third position. This is also called third position, and this is called position number 4. So there are total 3 different possibilities. Among them, number 2 is known as a ortho position. It is ortho position. Now number 4 is known as a para position, whereas number 3 is known as a meta position. Why 3 different positions are there? First of all, if we draw benzene alone, let's compare it. If we draw benzene alone, let me move this along here. Okay. So suppose I have a benzene, I am rotating it up to 90 degree. Okay. Now compare this with monosubstituted benzene. Okay. This is our benzene. We know that every single corner have a hydrogen, right? Because its molecular formula is C6H6. When we draw benzene, we are not actually mentioning hydrogens, but that doesn't mean hydrogens are not there. So every single carbon on the benzene have one hydrogen on it, and each carbon has sp2 hybridization. Each carbon have same number of bonds, same number of pi bonds, same number of hydrogen. What I am trying to saying is, every single carbon in the benzene are equivalent. Every single carbon is the same. So when we do our first substitution, that means we are making this from the benzene, we can add Z to any one of the carbon, because every single carbon is the same. There is nothing different between all the 6 carbon. They are equivalent. Every single carbon is same. Okay. But when we have done the first substitution, that means now we have monosubstituted product of the benzene. Now we have monosubstituted product of the benzene. Okay. Now this compound means our functional group Z will create effect on the benzene. That means now all the 6 carbon are not equivalent in the benzene. How can we justify that sentence? Why all the 6 carbon are not equal? Because of the effect of Z. Either Z will be electron donating functional group, or it will be electron accepting functional group, right? Okay. So that will define the amount of product obtained by the second substitution. Okay, what does that mean? It is quite simple. If we are going to do second substitution, ortho product, para product and meta product will not be in the same amount because of the effect of Z. Either ortho and para will be more or else meta will be more. Why? How? That we are going to discuss now. Okay? Look at this. When monosubstituted benzene is subjected to further substitution, three possible di-substituted products are not formed in equal amounts. As I told you guys, ortho, meta and para will not be in the same amount. Either ortho para will be more or else meta will be more. There are two types of behavior observed. As I told you, one will be ortho para products and another one will be meta products. Either ortho para product or meta product is predominantly formed, in the sense they will be the major product. Okay. It has also been observed that this behavior depends on the nature of substituent already present in the benzene ring. That means our first substituted group will decide where second substituted group will be attached. That means Z will decide where another Z is going to attach. This is going to decide where upcoming electrophile is going to attach. Okay, and not the nature of entering group. Z1 will decide where Z2 is going to attach. Z2 do not have any control over that. Okay, this is known as a directive influence of substitutes. Okay, so Z will be the directive influence over here. Okay, reason for ortho, para and meta directive nature of the groups are discussed below. Now they have discussed it in detail. Okay, let's start with the ortho para directing groups. Which groups are ortho para directing? Remember the list. First one will be OH. Our first ortho para directing group is OH. Okay, alcohol. After that, amine NH2. Second, after that secondary amine NHR. After that secondary amide NHCOCH3. After that ether OCH3. After that alkyl CH3. Then ethyl. After that chlorine, bromine and iodine. Total 9 functional groups are there which are going to be ortho para directing. Let me repeat. First one will be OH, then NH2, then NHR, then NHCOCH3. After that OCH3, then CH3, then C2H5, then chlorine, then bromine and then iodine. Total 10 functional groups are there which are ortho para directing. Okay, now why they are ortho para directing? Why these functional groups are ortho para directing? So for that I am going to use some of the references I have, okay, to make things easy for you guys. Now we are going to observe ortho para effect of the phenol. Okay, look at this. first of all, the arrow procedure they have given is wrong, so I am going to correct it simultaneously. Okay, look at this. In the first resonance structure, the lone pair of electron of the oxygen is going to form a double bond with carbon and oxygen over here, as they have told us. So there will be double bond and oxygen will gain positive charge. So oxygen have positive charge and here double bond is there. Okay. Now where is the mistake? You can see that the pi bond electron is going to transfer on this carbon. Pi bond electron is going to transfer on this carbon, not over here. They have skipped one particular step. So the arrow they have shown us, okay, still bigger, arrow they have shown us is wrong. Okay, so I am going to rub it so that right arrow can be shown. Okay, so this will be the right procedure. Okay, so pi electron transferred on this orthocarbon. So orthocarbon becomes, you can see that it is becoming negatively charged. Okay, now this lone pair of electron is going to form double bond over here. Now the arrow will be right. Okay, and this bond electron, this pi bond electron is going to be transferred on para carbon. Okay, so again they have drawn a wrong arrow, so I am going to correct it. Correct in your textbook also. Okay, now you can see that these pi electron are on this carbon, that's why you can see in the third structure a lone pair of electron or negative charge is on the para carbon. Okay, now again this lone pair of electron is going to form double bond over here, whereas this pi bond is going to be transferred on this carbon. Okay, so again they have drawn a wrong arrow, so I am going to correct it. Okay, so negative charge will be obtained by ortho position, second ortho position. Again you can see over here the negative charge is obtained by ortho position once again. Okay, so this lone pair is again going to transferred over here, and now they have drawn the right arrow. The pi bond between oxygen and carbon will again donate its electron to the origin, in the sense oxygen. So positive charges of oxygen will be removed, pi bond will be in the benzene ring, and again we have the OH. So because of these resonance structures, you can say that on the ortho position and on the para position the electron density is more compared to para. Let's compare the electron density over here. Let's compare electron density. Okay, y axis do not represent anything, x axis represent the electron density. Okay, suppose this is the electron density on ortho para position and this is the electron density on meta position. Okay, this is the electron density on ortho and para position and this is the electron density on meta position. You can see that electron density is more on the ortho para position. That's why upcoming electrophile which have positive charge is going to prefer ortho and para position more. Okay, that's why upcoming group will be attached to the ortho and para position. But we are ignoring one effect, that will be inductive effect of the oxygen. We know that oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, right? oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. That's why it will show us negative inductive effect. That means oxygen is going to attract the electron from the ring, so that you can see I have to decrease amount of electron density on the ortho and para position. Okay, but still ortho and para position have more electron density compared to meta position. Okay, so we can say that OH is ortho para directing. Okay, let's see. The groups which direct the incoming group to the ortho and para positions are called ortho para directing groups. As an example, let us discuss the directive influence of phenolic OH group. The resonance hybrid are given as following in the structures. We have already discussed it. Okay, remember that you have to correct these arrows. Okay, you have to correct these arrows. It is clear from the above resonating structures that electron density is more on the ortho para positions. Hence, substitution takes place mainly at this position. However, it may be noted that minus I effect of OH group also operates, due to which electron density on ortho and para position of the benzene ring is slightly reduced because of the electronegativity of oxygen and inductive effect of that. The electron density is going to decrease on ortho and para, but still it is very high compared to meta. But the overall electron density increases at this position of the ring due to the resonance. Therefore, OH activates the benzene ring for the attack and electrophile. Other examples of the activating groups: NH2, NHR, NHCOCH3, OCH3, CH2, C2H5. Okay. Now let's talk about the halides, which are moderately deactivating groups, because we know that chlorine has more electronegativity compared to oxygen. Chlorine have more electronegativity compared to oxygen. That's why chlorine have strong inductive effect. So chlorine is going to attract more electron from the ring compared to oxygen. That's why overall electron density on the benzene ring decreases, but still resonance is there. That's why due to the resonance, electron density on ortho and para position is greater than the meta position. Hence, they are also ortho para directing groups. Okay. Resonance structure of chlorobenzene are given below. It is same as phenol, because instead of OH they have given chlorine over here. There is the only difference. Okay. So same resonance structure as phenol, you have to draw it correctly. Okay. Now let's talk about meta directing groups. First of all, what is meta directing groups? It is simple. The group which direct the incoming group to meta position are called meta directing groups. Examples: nitro, cyanide, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, ester and sulfonic acid. These are the meta directing groups. Okay, remember the name. Okay, what is the difference between ortho para directing and meta directing groups? Ortho para directing groups have lone pair of electrons. They donates electron to the ring, whereas meta directing groups are electron withdrawing groups. They do not have any lone pair of electron on the central atom. That's why they going to withdraw electron from the ring. Okay, that's why ortho and para position is going to lose electrons. So meta position will be electron rich compared to ortho and para. That's why upcoming electrophile will go to the meta directing. But as these groups are seeking electron from the ring, sucking electron from the ring, they are deactivating the ring because electron density in the ring is going to be decreased. Okay, that's why they are strongly deactivating reagents. Let us take an example of a nitro group. Nitro group reduces the electron density in the benzene ring due to its strong I effect. Nitrobenzene is a resonance hybrid of the following structures. We have already done it in the negative resonance effect, and you know it very well. The pi bond will be shifted, going to shift electron on the oxygen, so nitrogen becomes positive, and because of that these pi electron are going to shifted on the nitrogen. So oxygen becomes negative and nitrogen carbon will have double bond and plus charge will be over ortho position. Then this pi bond is going to shifted on this carbon and positive charge will be shifted on the para position. After that this pi bond electron will be transferred over here, so positive charge again shifted on the another ortho position, and at last it is going to get its original position. Okay, so you can say that ortho and para position are going to lose electron density compared to meta. That's why in this case the overall electron density on the benzene ring decreases, making further substitution difficult. Therefore these groups are also called deactivating groups. Okay, the electron density on the ortho and para position is comparatively less than the meta position, hence electrophile attacks on the comparatively electron rich meta position, resulting the meta substitution. Okay, so here our chapter number 13 is completed because last topic, carcinogenicity and toxicity, has been eliminated from your syllabus by Gujarat board. So we are not going to study it. In the next lecture we are going to start our exercise, and after the completion of exercise we will start our next chapter. Okay, so thank you so much for this lecture, and remember you have to do your homework 2 times for the ortho and para directing effect and meta directing effect, and you have to draw these resonance structures for 5 times on your own. Okay, that was all for the today's lecture. Thank you so much.